Hey guys, Happysplasher here. Good evening. So right now we're going to continue with the Animus event. So yeah, let's keep going. We have just started on floor 2 and this is the map right here. We're going to work backwards and do a little bit of planning so that we can see what is the best way to save our reality shards. Yes, they are called reality shards. And we will do as much as we can. So let's work backwards here. Well, you have these two quests. You have speed up 24 chest to get 2 legendary heroes and summons are in chest. Okay, this is sounding very familiar like the world event. We can also save ourselves a little bit of gems. We have one battle over here. We do have a choice of getting around here, and this will actually depend upon what our quests are. So we have some spending. We have some other forms of spending. I think this one was going to be kind of nice because we already have copper coins. Then we have another quest over here. We have collecting resources 2 times versus performing the summons. So in this case, we'll probably actually have to go up here to save our gold mine attempts. And then we have a couple of easy battles and go from there. All right, so yeah, let's start it off. Let's head over to this easy battle over here versus the normal to save ourselves some reality shards. This one is Loyal Warden. Let's take a look at his skills. So every 3 turns, we'll give the ability at the beginning of the turn, we'll deal damage to enemies in 2 random lines. Okay, so it looks like we're going to take damage in 2 of our lines, so we want to potentially have heroes in 2 different lines, so that way we can spread out the chance that we don't get damage. Otherwise, if we have heroes with high health, that'll be good in order to take the damage, or immunity, that will also work too. All right, let's take a look at some of the heroes. Okay, and yeah, we'll hop right in. All right, as you can see right now, we now have epics as our heroes, so that is good. We're going to start with our hero here on D1. This Lord the Undead has some high health and also will give us an extra summon whenever one of the enemies attack. Okay, we have a little bit of damage going on over there. We will continue and summon this hero with high health against this demonic shadow. Oh, we actually didn't destroy it. Whoops, that's not good. That is okay. We'll be able to destroy it next turn. We have this Kamakoras, which will poison and also attack. We'll go with this melee hero with high health to block. Okay, we are now going to take some random damage at the beginning of the turn, which we don't see. We have this Dr. Fear over here. This one has Reborn, and also when attacked will give bleeding to the attacked enemy. Once again, we do want to make sure we have heroes with high health, and we do want to clear this out as well. So in this case, we'll go with this hero here on C1. Okay, you can see the random damage happening to 2 of our lines. All right, we have this Ruthless Executioner over here. This one will give our heroes bleeding when they come into play. Also, it has some attack steal. Let's see. So we won't have enough damage to actually get rid of this one. This one we can, however. I guess we'll just go with this hero with the high health once again to block. Okay, some more additional damage. Alright, we have this Ape Warlord here. This one will get an attack boost when he attacks the enemy. We're going to go with our damage skill now, just to clear this out. And then we'll keep spreading out our damage among the lines. We'll actually go with this melee hero here with the high attack on C3. Oh, and just enough damage in order to go for lethal. Yeah, so that was Loyal Warden. We will continue. All right, we have this next battle over here. This one is Fiery Hestia. Let's take a look at her skills. So whenever an ally appears, they'll get Splash within 2 cells, and then whenever they're attacked, they'll improve that first skill by some damage. Okay, so it looks like their heroes are going to have Splash, which means that they're going to deal damage around the target, as mentioned. So we want to make sure that we keep our heroes as far away from each other as possible, so that way we don't take additional damage. And then also, because that other skill will improve, eventually all of our heroes will take some damage. So we want to make sure that, again, that we keep our heroes away from each other. If we have heroes with high health or heal, mental shield, immunity, that will also work. All right, so let's take a look at the heroes. And we'll hop right in. So once again, we have no board, so that's good. We'll start with this melee hero here on D3 to help us guard. All right, we have this Bone Dragon over here. This one has some splash, and then also the Flight and the Reborn to a random Chaos hero, which they don't have. go next with... I do know that our Ice Cloud here freezes one of the enemies at the end of the turn, so we'll take advantage of that. We'll go with the range hero next over here on D1. Again, getting around the splash, and then we have the freeze here to stop the flight hero. Okay, we have, let's see, the Harbinger of Death here, dealing splash. Oh, we're taking damage over here. That's not good. Let's go next with... I do know that we have a little bit of some freeze going around. Let's just see here. A hero appears in line. Freeze. Okay, that's not too bad. We'll go with our damage skill now to actually wipe out this range hero, this Harbinger that also deals some extra damage whenever one of our melee heroes are destroyed. Then we will also... I want to combo with our own Bone Dragon over here, but for the time being, we'll just go with this melee hero here. Spreading out our heroes on B3, so that way we can avoid some additional damage. All right, we have the Trident Master over here. This one will cleanse the adjacent allies. Also, let's see, some attack boost from nature, and as you can see, the large amount of splash. I believe we still have our damage skill going on right now. Yes, so that means that this will be destroyed. This will take a little bit of damage. We can look to clear that out too. Might as well. Yeah, actually, let's go with this range hero next on, what do you call, on A1. End up freezing instead, so I guess that doesn't really help. Oof, we have some extra attack and then also some extra splash. Okay. At this point, we don't want to waste our attacks, so what we'll do is we'll do our damage skill to... No, do we still have this anymore? No, that can't be right. That can't still be around. We'll do our destruction skill just to wipe these out, just to be safe. And then we'll summon another hero. I want to keep them far away from each other. So let's actually do a shuffle, find a stronger ranged hero, which you don't actually find, but we do have this hero here with Mental Shield, so we'll take that. This Lady Claire does have Mental Shield and also gets an attack boost for the heroes around. Okay, we have this Grim Warden over here. When he's attacked, we'll summon an extra attack rune, also some splash. Fortunately, we do have lethal here. We'll just do a silence just to ensure that we don't do any triggers. And then also, we'll just attack here, and there we go. So that was Fiery Hestia. Okay, so we will continue. All right, we have, as mentioned, those first set of quests for floor 2. Let's take a look at them. So we have collect resources in the gold mine 2 times. And then the other one down here is perform demigods, gods of war, or miracle summons 5 times. We do want to save our resources. So what we'll do is we will start on the top quest instead. So that one as mentioned. So collect resources in the gold mine 2 times. With the go. And this brings us over to Gold Mine. We will have to do these offline because Gold Mine does take some time to recharge. So we will see you guys later. All right, guys, we are back. Currently, we're on that quest there to grab some resources from Gold Mine. We have the chest ready, so we will now continue. Okay, we have this next battle here. This is with Celestial Treant. Let's take a look at his skills. So whenever an ally attacks, they will get a health boost. Whenever an ally attacks, they will get an attack boost. And at the end of the turn, we'll improve both of those abilities by a number. So a couple things. Looks like their heroes will get stronger with a health boost and also with an attack boost. So we want to have heroes with high attack in order to get through the high health. And then we'll also want heroes with high health to get through the attack. If we have some way of getting rid of those heroes, that'll be good. So that way we don't see those abilities stack up. And that'll pretty much be it. So yeah, let's take a look at some of the heroes. And we'll hop right in. Ooh, no auto, no auto. Oh, that's not good. All right, so it looks like we already started with a range hero over here on D1, just to deal some damage. We have this Elwyn Fierce over here with some bleed for our heroes in the line. Also will give the enemies the skill to make heroes bleed. I do want to protect our hero here, even though this hero is going to be pretty strong. Let's see. We could use our damage skill over here too. That would be good. It'll be close, but I think we need to actually stop damage because they are going to run us over a little quicker. So we're going to do that for now. We'll go with this hero on A3 just to block. Okay, we have some additional damage happening. We have this El Cactus over here with, let's see, spikes given whenever one of our heroes attacks, also regeneration. We're going to go with our damage skill just to make sure that we can clear this out. And then I'll also go with a building over here to help us protect on D2. This Void Rock also gives extra attack to one of our heroes, which will help us speed up against the rest of the damage. Okay, so we have this Caesar's Head over here. This one will deal damage to our Warlord when an enemy dies, and then also will give Metal Shield. We'll need to get rid of this if possible. So let's see, we'll damage that. We could actually use a building here just to block. We'll also do like this hero over here to block as well. Let's slow it down a little bit. I don't like having to slow down our own heroes in order to do this. This building here actually gives an attack boost to our heroes, so that's kind of nice, but it also gives negative attack. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, you can see we have some additional attack with the Void Rock here. Okay, at this point, all of these heroes are wounded, including this Emerald Dragon that just came out. We're going to go with our Destruction skill to avoid taking additional damage with the Caesar's Head. And then we will continue and we'll summon this hero over here on... Let's go over here on C1, just behind the Cursed Oak. As you can see, it does have a death trigger to give us an attack boost if it dies. It also has very high health as well. And it looks like we're also dealing damage at the beginning of the turn to the Warlord, so very good. Right, so we have the Stone Guardian over here with high health, which has some poison and also some other forms of poison. We'll go with this melee hero over here on B3 to spread out our damage. Okay, we do have our additional damage. I'm just going to silence these heroes against this Angler Bull just to be safe. And then we'll just summon another hero over here on A1. And there we go. So that was Celestial Treant. Yeah, having that Void Rock really did help us because of the extra attacks to deal more damage, and then also put some more pressure against the heroes as well. Alright, so we will continue. Alright, we have our next set of quests over here. It depends which one is going to be easier. That will influence where we end up going. So let's take a look at the top one first. This one is spend 1,700 copper coins. On the bottom here, we have spend 500 gems. We could spend the gems. Let me actually see what we'll actually have to do for the spending. So we'll hit the go. And this brings us over to the black market. There are a couple things that we could end up buying. I do like the High Tinker. I do like the Koshi. And I also, it's okay if we get the red woman here as well. So yeah, we'll just grab those. It'll be a lot easier. And then we can also save our gems for another time. So that'll be that. That'll be that. And that'll be that. As you can see, we're now complete with that quest. So we will now head back and continue. Okay, we are going to do the normal battle instead of the hard battle, but we should still take a look at it anyways. Perhaps there might be something that we might have missed. So let's take a look at the normal battle first. This is Deceived Monkey. Let's take a look at his skills. So whenever he's attacked, he receives spikes and then also block. Okay, let's look at the hard battle. The hard battle is with the Fallen Archer, and this one is when any hero dies, it deals damage to the Warlord. Our Warlord. Okay, so that sounds pretty difficult. So let's actually go to the normal battle. As mentioned, this is a Deceived Monkey. Whenever they're attacked, they will receive spikes, and then they also have block. A couple things. It looks like that means that whenever they're attacked, they're going to get spikes, and that'll deal damage to our heroes when they attack the Warlord. So we want to have heroes with either mental shield, high health, immunity, anything of the sort to avoid taking some of the damage. And then also they have block, so that means we'll need to have stronger heroes in order to break through the block to deal more damage. Okay, let's take a look at some of the heroes. And okay, let's hop right in. Okay, so as mentioned, we are going to start with heroes with high health. I do like this hero here on, yeah, we'll start with this hero here on D3. Doesn't really have high attack though, so that is kind of a problem. All right, we have next this Terror from Below. This one will freeze our non-chaos, non-buildings, and also will give some health boost whenever vampirism triggers. We do have our own, so that's kind of nice. I suppose we could end up summoning it just to block. That'll be okay. Do know that we have this totem here, and this one can actually give spikes to heroes around themselves. That will help us trigger off our destruction skill. So let's actually go with our melee hero next on C3. As you can see right now, the spikes is adding up. Okay, they also do have a Caesar's head, which is not what we want to see. We'll go with, let's see. Well, we are going to go with our plan. As mentioned, end of the turn will give spikes to allies around himself, so let's actually set up next. We'll go with this hero on E2, because we want to take advantage of as much spikes as possible. Okay, looks like this Bone Dragon came on play, has flight, and more importantly has reborn to a random Chaos ally, which in this case is that Terror from below. We will need to actually destroy it twice, which is unfortunate. We do have our own, but yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a problem. We'll go with our damage skill to mark some heroes for damage, and then also I do want to... So 69 is damage over here. We'll go with this melee hero here on A3. This hero is a Chaos hero. Okay, it looks like we did freeze a target, which is not what we want to see. Okay, we also do see the Caesar's head giving mental shield, so that's also not good. We do have this Wild Tamer here. This one will give, let's see, gives spikes to a random ally and also gets an attack boost. I don't want to use our destruction skill quite yet, as we only end up destroying one hero. So we'll need to do, let's see, damage there, damage there. If we had more Chaos heroes, that'd be good. Otherwise, if we had another hero over there, that'd be good too. We'll go with this melee hero over here on A2. As you can see, the spikes getting in the way. Okay, more of the Caesar's head also getting in the way too. Let's see. All right, well, I guess we'll summon another Chaos hero. You want to get rid of that. If we had another way to actually deal damage to this, that'd be good. Can we give Vampirism to something? Or Splash or anything? No, we'll just go with the melee hero over here on D3. I'm not too concerned about this Kairos here with some regeneration to nature allies because there are none right now. There is another Caesar's head. That's not good. Alright, well, we have one more thing to wound. Let's see if we can get rid of that. We'll go with this melee hero here on C3. This engineer will be frozen because he's not a Chaos hero, but he will heal our heroes for a little bit. Okay, taking advantage of the spikes. Let's see. We have this Ice Cloud here, freezing one of our heroes at the end of the turn. We'll go with another hero with high health. Yeah. Just breaking the shields. We're setting this up one more turn. Alright, we will now use our destruction skill to get rid of the Caesar's head, although as we can see we're very low on health because of that damage. Okay, we will take additional damage, and that is okay. We'll next go with our silence skill to actually stop both the Terror from below and then also the Bone Dragon here with the flight. And then also, let's continue. Let's go next with... I need to find a range hero to actually break this so that we can keep attacking. Although this hero is kind of weak, so let's actually find a range hero over here. So we'll do a shuffle. And then we do have one over here. Let's go on... Just looking around. Yeah, this one here over here on E1 will be good. Okay, our heal is helping us out. Our spikes is also helping us out too. Okay, we have the Spore Lock here, gives us negative attack to our heroes in the line, also an attack boost. Let's see how much spikes is now, 77, okay. Let's actually, well with 77, this is actually going to destroy this, so let's actually place another hero over here to help us block. Ooh, now this lane is open, that's not what we want to see. Well, can we still deal additional damage? So 73, 94, and then minus the block. Still have another Terror from below, so we'll actually use our... Can we still block? 112. I think we'll still be good. Let's just do the math. So, so block times 3 heroes that we're going to use to attack, so that'll put it at 208, and that's 60, 164. Oh yeah, okay. So we'll summon this Chaos hero over here on C1. We'll have some destruction. And there we go. So that was Deceived Monkey. We were cutting it kind of close because we were waiting for the Caesar's heads to be both wounded, and then we destroy them to avoid taking additional damage once we destroy more heroes. Alright, so we will continue. Alright, we have this next battle here. This one is with Abyss Fiend. Let's take a look at his skills. So whenever an ally appears, they will get the ability. Whenever they're attacked, they will deal damage to our warlord, and they will also get a health boost. And then whenever an ally appears, they'll improve that first skill by some damage. Okay, a couple things. Looks like we're going to take additional damage every time we attack their heroes, so we want to make sure that we have heroes with high health. Actually, well, high attack rather, so that we can deal as much damage as we can, so we take less damage needed to attack them. And then also we're going to see a health boost as well, so we'll also need additional damage to get through the health boost. And then also that skill will improve, so eventually we will be overwhelmed, so we want to make sure that we get this done as quickly as possible. All right, let's take a look at some of the heroes. And yeah, let's hop right in. Okay, I suspect that this is going to be a pretty hard battle. We're going to find heroes with high health first, and then we'll go with heroes with high attack later. So yeah, I guess we'll go with this Minotaur here on D3. Okay, so we have this Tesla Tower. This one will deal damage to our heroes when they come into play, also some damage in the line and attack boost, and also that skill. We'll spread out our heroes next in order to deal some damage. So we'll go with this hero next on C3. As you can see, we took additional damage and we saw the heal. All right, I don't want to start dealing damage over here. We're going to take 20 damage if we attack it. Or actually, we're going to take 40 damage if we attack it. Okay. So I guess we're probably just going to be better off trying to deal as much damage over to the Warlord. So let's go next with our damage skill. And then let's continue and look to... yeah, you know what? I know this hero here gives us an attack boost with some pentagrams, so let's go with that. You can see that vampirism starting to go up. Okay, we're not too concerned about this hero. We're just gonna not attack him, especially with their attack steal. We'll go next with this range hero on B3 to spread out our damage. Get some more freeze. Okay, some more heroes being destroyed, so that is good. I do know that our Lake Pixie will freeze one of the enemies at the end of the turn, so we can actually avoid this. And let's see. Do I want to destroy this? It's only dealing 20 damage, so that'll be okay. This hero here, that one deals 50, but we haven't wounded it yet. You have a hero here that actually deals damage to each male, and that will help us wound that, so that'll be good. Yeah, let's also protect our range hero here on B2. Alright, so we have some freeze, and that's good. Okay, let's see, we have this hero here that's going to deal 70, which we can still take, and that's okay. We can also deal damage here. This hero actually heals the allies at the end of the turn. We are getting close to lethal, so let's take advantage of that. Let's do our destruction skill to actually get rid of this building. We'll see the attack boost given by the death trigger. We'll go with the silence next to stop both of those skills that they have, the heal and then also the damage. Then we're just going to spread out our damage even more. We'll go with this range hero next on D1. Okay, and at this point we should be good, even with the amount of damage that they can end up dealing. So 80-80, so we can just avoid those. And then just attack down here on B2. And there we go. So that was Abyss Fiend. I do notice too that it was better for us to have heroes on the bottom lane as opposed to the top, because we could still deal damage before we take additional damage to our Warlord. Probably should have mentioned that somewhere in the battle. Alright, so yeah, let's continue. Okay, we have this next battle here. This is Rascal Joe. Okay, let's take a look at his skills. So whenever an enemy appears, they will poison the enemy Warlord for some damage. Okay, a couple things. Looks like we're going to have poison on our Warlord. That's kind of unique. And it's going to deal some damage to us. And the more heroes that we end up summoning, the more poison that we're going to take. I don't think there's a way for us to actually get rid of the poison on our Warlord. So we just want to make sure that we limit the number of heroes that we end up summoning and have heroes with high attack, so that way we don't see us overwhelmed by the poison. All right, let's take a look at some of the heroes. And we'll hop right in. Okay, let's take, let's see. So we do have two heroes here that are actually kind of strong. The only problem is that they're going to deal additional, poison damage to us. So don't like taking damage like that right off the bat. I'm going to actually do a shuffle and see if we can find a slightly stronger hero. And we do. So we do have this one over here. Let's go on D3. You can see the poison happening right there. Okay, so for every hero that we end up summoning, we're going to be taking additional damage. So we need to remember that. Let's see. Not too concerned about these heroes right now, although we do want to minimize the amount of damage that we take. So I suppose we could just go with our damage skill early. This feels kind of like a waste, but I suppose we could... Yeah, because we're going to probably die in about 5 or 6 turns due to the poison. So I do know we have this hero here. Whenever you attack, you'll heal our Warlord. That'll be nice. Let's go with the damage skill now. And that'll actually protect us for, I believe it's 2 turns. I don't know if it says here. Well, we'll find out. This is turn 2. So we'll go next with this melee hero here. With a high health. Also gives us some mental shield, so we can avoid some damage. Okay. Let's see. We have next this Turtle Teacher here with some spikes. We could end up destroying this now. And I think that'll probably be good, so that way we can avoid taking additional damage. Could deal some damage there. We'll do our destruction skill now. As mentioned, we want to deal as much damage as we can. So let's go next with this melee hero with the... Yeah, we'll go next with this melee hero with the high health. Okay, some additional damage over here. So we now have how much poison? Oh, we had another hero destroyed. That's even better. So if that's the case, maybe you want to limit the amount of heroes, again, that we end up summoning. We'll block next on B1. See some more poison, and so we have less than 2 turns in order to get this done. Alright, so we have this Warden in the north here. This one has some attack steal, also will freeze one of our heroes whenever attack steal happens. This will be destroyed in combat, so that's good. Do need to limit this down. I don't want to summon another hero because, as mentioned, we will die if that is the case. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. A little short on lethal. We're going to hold off on using our skill. So we'll just actually skip the turn to avoid taking additional damage with the poison. 651 here. So you can see we have one more turn to do this. And looks like we will have lethal now. So we have this Ice Cloud freezing one of our heroes. We'll do the silence to make sure that we can break through, also removing the block. Then we'll summon this hero with the high attack on C1. And avoiding the poison, and there we go. So that was Rascal Joe. Okay, let's continue. All right, we have our next set of quests here. We have up top, speed up any 4 chests. On the bottom here, we have get 2 legendary heroes in summons orange chest. I'm actually going to do this top one over here, get speed up 4 any chest. Speed up any 4 chests. That's what it should be. And so what we'll need to do is actually, we'll hit the go. And you see we do have league chests over here. What we'll need to do is actually fight some battles, open them using gems, and then we will be able to get past. Otherwise, we'll have to do that bottom quest, which involves getting some legendaries to summon. But we don't want to use those for this event, so we'll actually hold off, and we'll do these offline, and we'll see you guys later. All right, guys, we are back. Currently, we're on that quest there to collect 4 chests by speeding them up. We have done that offline, so we will now continue. Okay, we are on the final boss of Animus Floor 2. Let's go check it out. This is Torvi, God's Scourge. Let's take a look at her skills. So whenever an enemy gets an attack or a health bonus, they will deal damage to our heroes, and then whenever they're attacked, they'll improve that first skill by some damage. Okay, a couple things. Looks like whenever one of their heroes will get an attack or a health bonus, they will deal damage to our heroes. So that means we want to make sure that we don't have either heroes that will give an attack boost or a health boost, because we'll take additional damage to our heroes. Also, whenever they are attacked, they'll improve that skill. So we want to make sure that we have heroes with high health so that we can take the damage and then also keep our heroes alive. Okay, let's take a look at some of the heroes. And okay, let's hop right in. Okay, let's take a look at our heroes for sure. I do know that this hero, whenever she is attacked, she'll give us an attack boost to our heroes, so that's something we don't want to summon. I know we have this hero over here. At the end of the turn, we'll give an attack boost to our male allies. And so we could potentially summon this as long as it doesn't give a boost to itself. And so we'll start that out on D3. As you can see, we're not taking some damage. Okay, we do have a little bit of damage going on here. Let's go next with against the Scarlet Warrior with the extra archers. We're also going to see, let's see, heals herself for a little bit of health before one of our ranged heroes attack. So let's actually see if we can play around this. We're going to go with our damage skill next to clear these out. We'll also go with this ranged hero here on A1 in order to not trigger that skill. As you can see, we don't give it a boost to our heroes because they're not male, except for this one only. And then let's see, because of that, we also didn't trigger off the heal skill. We have next here, the Lord Punisher gave Mental Shield to 2 of the random enemies, and then also will heal whenever we summon one of our heroes. I don't think that will count as a health bonus, so let's continue. We'll summon another... If we can summon another female hero, that would be good, so that we don't trigger off a boost. This one here actually gives us a puppet whenever an order hero comes into play, and so because of that, I suppose we could actually get around this for one turn. So we'll actually protect this range hero next on A2. Okay, we do have some heroes now that can be destroyed. We have this Grim Warden here. When he dies, he summons a tombstone, and then when he's attacked, he will summon an extra attack rune. We do have this puppet over here that will remove negative effects from our heroes. At this point, we do have one male hero, so we're actually going to continue and summon another one, just because we are automatically going to have an attack boost anyways, unless we somehow destroy this male hero. And, ooh, let's see, this hero here gives a health boost to nature allies, so we will automatically take damage, so we want to avoid that. This one gives us an attack boost to our zombie allies. And we'll place it over here on A3. So we'll see a boost, and because of that, we actually wiped out our own board. This is the thing that we wanted to avoid. Okay, we have next this Evil Slayer. This one will get an attack boost for one turn whenever the Warlord is attacked. I'm going to clear out this hero. And see the Tombstone coming into play. And then we'll go with this range hero over here next to clear this out. Yeah! I want to avoid the Tombstone because of the attack runes. Okay, we have next this Mr. Boom. This one will get an attack boost at the beginning of the turn for every wounded enemy. Also deals some random damage. We're going to go next with this range hero over here on A1. He's looking to transform the Mr. Boom, but this is fine. The Evil's Helper here will stop at least one of the heroes. Okay, we are running low on health. That is okay. We'll do our silent skill to actually stop the health boost here, and then also the attack boost here. And we'll try and deal as much damage as we can. I'm going to avoid this line because this one is already filled. We could actually block. That would be good. This hero here gives an attack boost to allies around itself. And so we could actually play around that. We'll go with this range hero over here on... I suppose we could actually go for damage instead, but we do need to live a little longer, so we'll go with this range hero here on D2. This Justice Inquisitor is... Oh, well... An order hero dies. Oh, yeah, forgot about the box here. Kind of misplayed that one. Forgot that this was an order hero. Okay, so at this point, with this Harbinger of Death, we are going to take lethal on the next turn, so we're just going to do a shuffle to find some heroes that can deal some more damage. Yeah! And we actually just gave us an attack boost to ourselves. Amazing. Okay, so a little bit of a misplay there. That is okay. This boss is a little tough because, as you can see, we have to play around those health and attack boosts. So we will now try that again. Okay, so let's take a look at this hero here. When he's attacked, he gets a health attack boost. This hero here will give... Okay, yeah, this will be fine. It doesn't have anything of the boosts. We'll play this one on D3. Again, we have to make sure that we look at the skills to make sure that we don't have any attack or health boost. We'll have some attack steal over there. That's fine. This one will do some swap. That's also fine. And this one here will get an attack boost. This one triggers off on block. Yeah, this will be fine. We'll actually place this range hero on D1 for a little bit of protection. Okay, we will go next with our damage skill to clear out this hero. Then I know this hero here gets an attack boost when an order ally attacks, so we want to avoid that. We'll go with this melee hero next on C3. Okay, and we're probably going to end up taking lethal this time around. We do have this Lord Punisher giving the mental shield to some heroes. This hero is also not boosted, so that's not good. Can't clear that out. Could block over here. Yeah, we'll go with the destruction skill to clear this out. And then we will need something in order to stop this hero, if possible. This hero here. Yeah, I guess we'll go with this range hero over here on A1, just to block. We do have the mental shields from the Flammy Heli crystals. Okay, and at this point we're going to go with the silence. Also going to go with this range hero here on a B2. This one gives extra attack to one of our heroes. So we'll deal a little more damage, but then we will take lethal here. Okay, we dealt a little bit more damage. Looks like we might be able to clear them out with one more attempt. So we will hop right back in. Alright, and once again we will look at the skills. So this one here, this one gives an attack boost to allies in the line once he kills. I wonder if that also includes himself. Not really sure. But let's see here. Yeah, we'll just go with this hero with the high health on D1. Okay, this hero here will heal themselves for some health, also summon those archers. We'll go next with the damage skill to clear these out. And then we'll also go with this range hero next on E1. This Battle Angel will give us mental shield to one of our other heroes. Okay, and let's see. I am going to use our destruction skill to go through this Lord Punisher so we can deal some more damage. And then we'll also go with this range hero next on C1. Why did we just get an attack boost? That's so weird. Oh, because of the kill. That's alright. I saw what happened. Alright. That was weird. That shouldn't have triggered. Alright, so we will keep going. Let's see here. I know that this Cruel Gladiator deals damage to a random enemy, so we can use that to clear this out. Okay, we summon a Tombstone, which actually blocks our Dead Bowman. Okay, we are going to use our, let's see, not really too concerned about this hero, even though it does have that random damage. Take a look here. This hero, when order ally attacks. I wonder if that includes himself. If not, we will go with a melee hero here on... Yeah, we'll go with this melee hero here on B3 to spread out our damage. You also have some attack steal, which is helpful. Okay, at this point, with the Harbinger of Death, she does have flight, and so she is blocking our melee hero. We'll go with the silence, just to make sure there are no death triggers, and then we'll summon, actually won't summon anything because we just want to deal damage, so we'll skip the turn. And there we go. So that was Torvi's God's Scourge. Okay, we will continue. Okay, and we'll also grab this diamond reward at the end of the floor. And we got, what are these? These are random. We got some Lord Punishers and some Demigod Scrolls. Okay, sure. Okay, well, we'll head now to the third and final floor. As you can see, here's the map. Then also here is the history, with a little bit more damage, but then again, the same skills. At this point now, we will stop, and then we will come back later to then start on floor 3. So yeah, this is Happysplasher, signing off.